My wife and I have 3 kids. Our youngest is 2, almost 3 years old. And lately he's been kind of making us laugh a little bit. We'll round the corner and we'll see him and he'll be standing there in the living room crying. And we're like, well, why are you crying? And he says, because I'm crying. We're sitting there at lunch and he throws a carrot on the floor. We're like, why did you throw your carrot on the floor? He said, because I threw my carrot on the floor. We're getting ready to leave. Why are you taking your shoes off? He's like, because I'm taking my shoes off. Now, this is equally funny and frustrating, but the more I think about it, the more I realize he's right. He wants what he wants for the simple fact that he wants it. And I'm the same way. Now, the difference is as a child, he knows just to say, well, I just wanted to do this. But somewhere between childhood and adulthood, we learn that that's not always accepted as an answer. And so what we do is we make a decision based on how we feel, our gut, our intuition, but then we back it up with data, whatever we can find, because we're not really convinced that that person is going to buy that our intuitive, emotion-based decision is going to hold itself up. So we need to say, well, I chose it for reason A, B, and C. But the fact is that we want what we want just because we want it. It's largely our emotions that drive our actions. Dan Hill wrote a book called Emotionomics, and in it, he makes a statement where he says that the emotional sensory brain processes information in about 1/5 of the time that our rational thinking brain is able to. It's like our brain is working at another level that our rational brain can't even understand yet. And he says, since our emotional brain functions so much faster than our rational thinking brain, it makes sense for us to understand that the people who we're reaching, our clients, our prospects, they feel before they think. And we will be so much further ahead of the game, way ahead of the curve, if we learn to work with this rather than to ignore the possibilities. So in other words, I encourage you to find ways to lead your presentations, your marketing, your sales efforts, and give your clients, your customers, something emotional that they can connect with. Now, you're going to still have that features and benefits conversation at some point down the road, but when you lead with emotion, you have a completely different conversation and you give that person a reason to choose you more so than just facts, figures, and data.